Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Up podcast, your cozy space to practice real English.
Hi, Emma. Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here again.
It really is. How are you today, David?
I'm doing great, thank you. I had a slow morning, some tea, some music. Very relaxing. How about you?
Same here. I slept in a little, then had pancakes for breakfast. So yes, a perfect start to the day.
Nice. That sounds delicious.
It was. And before we begin, just a quick reminder. If you enjoy learning English with us, don't forget to like this episode and subscribe.
And if you know someone who wants to learn English too, share this podcast with them.
All right. So, David, are you ready?
I am. Let's talk about one of my favorite things, the weekend.
Let's start simple. David, what did you do last weekend?
Good question. I went to the park on Saturday and watched a movie at home on Sunday.
That sounds nice. I visited my parents and cooked dinner for them.
So sweet. I think many people like to relax or spend time with family on the weekend.
Exactly. And that's our topic today. How to talk about your weekend in English.
You don't need many words, just a few simple sentences can help you have a good conversation.
Let's look at some useful words. Relax, to rest and do something easy. Visit, to go see someone, like your family or friends. Cook, to make food. Watch, to see something, like a movie or TV. Sleep in, to wake up later than usual.
Those are great. For example, I relaxed all day. I visited my grandma. I cooked pasta.
And of course, I slept in on Saturday.
Oh yes, that's the best part of weekends.
Let's give more examples in short, real sentences.
Okay, let's imagine the weekend. On Saturday morning, I slept in. Then I went to the supermarket.
In the afternoon, you cooked lunch.
Yes, I made some rice and chicken. And I watched a movie after that.
Nice. On Sunday, I usually clean the house a little. Then I go for a walk.
So we can say, I cleaned my room. I went for a walk. I watched a movie.
All useful phrases and easy to remember.
Here's a fun one. I did nothing.
That's also okay. Sometimes we need to rest.
Yes, you can say, I stayed home. I did nothing special. I just relaxed.
Now let's talk about time words. You can say on Saturday, on Sunday morning, in the evening, last weekend, at night.
Let's build full sentences with those. On Saturday, I went shopping. On Sunday morning, I made pancakes. In the evening, I watched Netflix. Last weekend, I visited my cousins. At night, I read a book.
Perfect. These phrases are short and useful. You can use them with friends, coworkers, or in class.
Here's a good example. On Sunday afternoon, I met a friend for coffee.
Nice one. I sometimes say, on Saturday night, I went out with friends.
That's a good phrase. Went out means you didn't stay home.
Yes, you can go out to eat, go to the movies, or just walk around.
What about this? On Sunday, I stayed in and cleaned the kitchen. Stayed in is the opposite of went out.
Very good. Let's try a few more. I went to church. I had lunch with my family. I watched football with my dad.
I love this one. I didn't do much, just relaxed at home.
That's perfect. Sometimes we don't do anything exciting, and that's okay.
Exactly. You can say, my weekend was quiet. My weekend was fun. My weekend was busy.
And if someone asks, how was your weekend? You can answer, it was great. It was okay. It was busy. It was relaxing.
And don't forget to ask back. How about you?
Yes, it's a simple way to keep the conversation going.
So now you know, even with just a few words, you can talk about your weekend in English.
Exactly. Don't worry about using perfect grammar. Just speak. Enjoy the moment. So far, we've shared many simple ways to talk about your weekend.
That's right. We talked about things like, I relaxed, I visited my family, I watched a movie, I cleaned my room.
And we used time expressions too. On Saturday, on Sunday morning, in the evening, last weekend.
Now, let's review everything in a natural way with full, useful sentences.
Yes. I'll say a sentence, and you tell me if it sounds like a real weekend.
Okay, let's go.
On Saturday morning, I slept in and made pancakes.
Sounds like a perfect Saturday.
On Sunday afternoon, I visited my parents.
Nice and simple. That's a good weekend.
I watched a movie on Saturday night and stayed home all day Sunday.
Very relaxing. I like that one.
I went out for pizza with friends.
Yum. That sounds like my kind of weekend.
Now, let's try with short answers, like when someone asks, "How was your weekend?"
Good idea. You can say, it was great. It was quiet. It was busy. It was fun.
And to keep the conversation going, ask back, "How about you?"
Let's show an example.
"Hey, David, how was your weekend?"
It was great. I went hiking with some friends. How about you?
"Mine was quiet. I stayed home and read a book."
That's a nice, calm weekend.
Yes, not every weekend has to be exciting.
That's true. Now let's talk about a few weekend activities with the phrase, I like to.
Perfect. It's a good way to talk about your routine or favorite things.
For example, I like to sleep in on Saturdays. I like to go out with my friends. I like to watch sports on Sundays.
Or, I like to cook something special. I like to clean the house while listening to music.
Let's add a few more full phrases people can use. I usually visit my grandparents on Sunday. I sometimes go to the gym on Saturday morning. On the weekend, I like to rest and do nothing.
So natural. That's how people talk in real life.
And that's what we want, English that feels real and useful.
Okay, let's do a quick review of the phrases we practiced today.
Here we go. I stayed home. I went to the park. I cooked dinner. I watched a movie. I cleaned my room. I visited my family.
Also, it was a quiet weekend. It was fun. It was busy. It was relaxing.
Don't forget the time expressions. On Saturday. On Sunday morning. In the evening. Last weekend.
And the question, how was your weekend?
With the answer, it was great. How about you?
Perfect. These are short, simple, and easy to use in real conversations.
Even if you just say 2 or 3 sentences, that's already amazing practice.
Yes, the important thing is to feel confident when speaking.
And to have fun.
And now, we want to hear from you.
What did you do last weekend?
Write one short sentence in the comments. Something real, something simple.
Like, I went to the beach. I stayed home and watched TV. I visited my grandma.
It's great practice, and we love reading your answers.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, your support helps us keep making this podcast for you.
Thanks for spending time with us today.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.